Hi everybody, Dr. Bill Crawford here, psychologist, speaker, author of 7 books, host of 2 PBS specials. Here again to bring you another tip on how to help you create the life you want. Today I want to look at the topic of superiority. How people can be acting superior and yet really how that might underlie a sense of self-doubt, of almost inferiority. The quote that is really short and sweet that I'm using, sending out to those 5,000 folks on my quote list, is from Duke Rowe. He's from the Texas Medical Center, and every once in a while he'll send out these things he calls popcorn thoughts, really short and sweet. He says he got this from the movie The Help. Basically says superiority has an inferiority complex. Now, let's look at that and see what that means, especially in terms of how it can help us create the life we want. I think the first thing it can do is help us look at other people who are acting superior and ask ourselves the question, is that really somebody whose judgment we want to honor, someone we want to follow? Because if it's hiding a sense of inferiority, then that may not be the wisest person on the planet, so to speak. So let's look at the difference between confidence and superiority. People who are confident don't need to be better than others. They are confident in their own self-worth. I don't know, let's see, Gandhi, let's see, Nelson Mandela, the girl that got shot by the Palestinian Taliban about, for speaking up for women's rights or education, Jesus, Buddha. These are all very confident people, but you don't see them as superior, needing to be superior than others. On the other hand, Hitler, Mussolini, Saddam Hussein, these folks you can see are kind of this need to be kind of blustery and pompous in some ways and better than others. It also makes these people very susceptible and sensitive to criticism. See, the confident person, when they get criticized, they get curious. Really, gosh, tell me more about that. They want to see if there's something in that person's perspective that can be valuable to them. The superior person who's really hiding that inferiority complex, however, gets very thin-skinned, kind of reacts to criticism and criticizes back. You can see this in little kids with a bully on the playground, their need to put other people down to make themselves feel good. Chances are they're experiencing that at home, that somebody's telling them they're not good enough or there's something wrong with them. That's why they turn around and do it to others. Unfortunately, this can leak into our adult life. It often lends a string of failed relationships, bad relationships with business partners, not a very happy person in general. So I think what we want to do when we're looking at other people is be careful we don't get superior about looking at someone who feels superior. We don't have to put someone else down in order for us to feel good. We can maybe get curious about that, see if there's any value in there, and if not, go, okay, well, clearly they have this belief, here's mine, without really getting into the who's right debate component around that. And for those of you who follow my life from the top of the mind philosophy, this actually comes from very specific parts of the brain. My clarity, confidence, and creativity, my CQ model, comes from the neocortex, this upper 80% of the brain. This very purposeful, clear, confident, creative part of the brain that doesn't need to be superior to others. The brainstem, however, that's worried that what people are thinking or what people may be saying, that's that reactive lower brain. That's where we get that inferiority complex and when we can find ourselves reacting to others in this very defensive way. So what I encourage you to do is kind of have this clear sense of what true confidence looks like versus superiority. That way we're able to see it in others and we're able to make sure we're coming from the confident versus the superior part of who we are. If you'd like me to come and do a presentation to your organization about this, just go to my website, billcrawfordphd.com. By the way, if you are liking these videos, please hit the like button. You know how Facebook and YouTube all really like it when you like it. In the meantime, here's to you bringing more clarity about your own worth, confidence versus superiority, and creativity to everything you do. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.